Seniors. This vitamin stops cramps, restores leg strength like you're 40. A long-term study in the United States, called the Health, Aging and Body Composition Study, followed nearly 1,900 adults aged 70 and older. What they found was surprising. Older adults lost leg strength 3 times faster than they lost muscle mass. In other words, even if you still have some muscle left, that muscle may not be working the way it used to. The fibers become weaker, slower to respond, and less able to keep your balance. It's not just about size, it's about function, and function fades quietly until one day the stairs feel steeper or your walk becomes less steady. But here's the good news. There are natural ways to turn this around. In today's video, we're going to explore 3 specific vitamins that have been clinically shown to protect and restore muscle strength in older adults. These aren't fads. They're backed by real research published in respected medical journals. If you'd like to check the sources yourself, we've linked them in the description below. And before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe to get more simple, trusted health tips made for life after 60. Now, let's dive in. Number 1. Vitamin D, the silent power switch inside your legs. One of the biggest reasons older adults lose muscle after age 60 is a silent deficiency in vitamin D. We've long known vitamin D supports bone health, but its deeper role is in the way your brain, nerves, and muscles communicate. In 2022, Dr. Nicholas Fuggle and his team at the University of Manchester studied over 350,000 adults and found that low vitamin D levels under 25 nmol, or about 10 ngml, were strongly linked to full-body muscle weakness, especially in the lower limbs. Published in Nature Communications, their research also showed that this weakness often appeared before any visible loss of muscle mass. In other words, people looked strong, but their legs had already begun to fail them from the inside. That insight is echoed by the Health, Aging and Body Composition study in the U.S. In 2022, which followed 1,900 older adults, they found leg strength declined 3 times faster than muscle mass. So the body may still appear solid, but the power to move with confidence is already slipping away. The mechanism was explored more deeply in a 2021 study led by Dr. Beatrice Morat at the University of Lausanne. Published in Frontiers in Physiology, her team found that vitamin D is essential for maintaining type 2, or fast twitch, muscle fibers. These fibers are responsible for quick, reactive movements, regaining your balance, lifting yourself quickly, catching your foot before you trip. They fade faster with age, and even faster when vitamin D is low. Her research also confirmed that vitamin D helps preserve the neuromuscular junction, the tiny space where nerves speak to your muscles. Without enough D, that communication breaks down, and the reaction time slows, often before you notice it happening. This is why vitamin D isn't just a bone vitamin. So how can you start using it in a way that's safe, gentle, and truly effective, especially after 60? Most older adults need 2,000 to 4,000 IU per day, especially in winter or when spending less time in the sun. Take it in the morning with a meal that contains healthy fat, like eggs or avocado, to improve absorption. And if you're unsure about your current levels, ask your doctor for a blood test measuring 25 OHD. Anything below 20 ngml suggests deficiency. Below 10, and your muscles may already be struggling. Number 2. Vitamin B12, the nerve repairman. Sometimes, the muscles are waiting, and the signal just isn't getting through. That's where vitamin B12 quietly steps in. Inside your body, every move begins with a message, from brain to spine to foot. And that message has to travel along a network of nerves, wrapped in a protective coating called myelin. B12's job is to maintain that coating. Without enough of it, the nerves fray like old wires. The message weakens, and soon, your steps feel unsure, or your hands tremble when reaching for something small. That slow unraveling was the focus of a 2024 clinical review in Frontiers in Endocrinology by Dr. Sidi Norbaya Ahmad and colleagues. They described how B12 supports the integrity of myelin and helps preserve neuromuscular coordination, especially in older adults. Their conclusion was clear: B12 doesn't just fuel the brain, it keeps your limbs connected to it. But what happens when that connection starts to fade? In 2021, researchers led by Dr. Dashan Kyu-Yun-Her studied over 2,000 seniors in Korea. Published in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health, their findings were sobering. Older adults with low B12 showed clear signs of slowed gait, reduced lower body strength, and unstable balance, even when their muscle mass looked intact. And this mismatch creates confusion, because on the outside, everything appears fine. But inside, the nerves are struggling, and it shows up subtly: a misstep on uneven ground, a tremble when climbing stairs, or the odd feeling that your legs don't react as quickly as they used to. Even more concerning, these symptoms often go unnoticed, or worse, misdiagnosed. A review published in Nutrients in 2023 by Dr. Sandra Martins and her team from the University of Porto highlighted a phenomenon called functional B12 deficiency. This is where your blood test may say normal, but your body tells a different story, especially if you're over 60. Eat less meat, or take certain medications like antacids or metformin, and because the signs can look like other age-related issues: forgetfulness, stiffness, balance trouble. B12 deficiency is sometimes mistaken for early dementia, Parkinson's, or arthritis. That mislabeling delays treatment, letting the nerve damage quietly grow. But here's the encouraging part: when caught early, B12 can help reverse the decline. In 2024, Dr. Yuxi Zhang's team at Tianjin Medical University reviewed dozens of clinical trials in aging medicine. Their conclusion: consistent B12 supplementation helped older adults improve balance, regain faster walking speed, and reduce fall risk, sometimes within 2 to 3 months. It's not magic, but it is real repair: gradual, steady, and deeply empowering. Most adults over 60 benefit from 500 to 1,000 mcg of methylcobalamin daily, especially those with fatigue, numbness, or coordination issues. It works best taken on an empty stomach or dissolved under the tongue. In more serious cases, your doctor might suggest injections for faster absorption. You can't always see nerve damage, but you can feel its weight in every slow step. Number 3. Magnesium, the cramp controller. In your muscles, magnesium is the backstage manager, the one who keeps everything running on time. It helps calcium flow in and out of muscle cells, signals nerves to fire properly, and supports the tiny engines in your cells, called mitochondria, that create ATP, the fuel that lets your legs move, walk, even stand steady. When magnesium runs low, the whole system stutters. Calcium lingers too long, nerves misfire, muscles contract when they shouldn't, and don't let go when they should. That's how cramps begin. That's how walking gets harder. This isn't just theory. In a 2023 review published in Nutrients, Dr. Mette Bohl and her colleagues at the University of Copenhagen laid it out clearly. Magnesium is a key regulator of neuromuscular function, inflammation control, and intracellular energy. Without enough of it, your muscles behave like a tired orchestra, out of tune, out of rhythm. But cramps are only the tip of the iceberg. There's something else that makes this mineral so critical, especially after 60. In a 2021 paper published in Archives of Biochemistry and Biophysics, Dr. Jose M. Romani showed how aging reduces your body's ability to store magnesium inside muscle tissue. Even with a balanced diet, seniors may absorb less and lose more. Quietly, gradually, without symptoms at first. Romani's research also highlighted something fascinating. Magnesium helps activate the Pi3 Kelvin ACT-mTOR pathway, a set of signals your body uses to tell muscles when to grow, repair, and stay strong. Think of this pathway like a home renovation crew. Without magnesium, the crew gets no blueprints, no tools, no orders. So your muscles slowly weaken, not from lack of use, but from lack of instruction. And when inflammation creeps in, As it often does with age, magnesium becomes even more important. It calms the silent fire that wears down muscles over time, protecting your strength before it slips away. So what happens when you give it back? In 2019, a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition by Dr. Rosa Castiglione focused on 124 postmenopausal women who were beginning to lose muscle function. For 12 weeks, they took simple magnesium supplements, no new exercise, no extra therapy. By the end, the results spoke loudly: better walking speed, improved grip strength, and fewer nighttime cramps, just by restoring a mineral they didn't know they were missing. In fact, magnesium does even more than fix cramps. It helps prevent the breakdown of muscle in the first place. That was the focus of a 2024 review in the Journal of Translational Medicine, led by Dr. Ana Rita Carvalho from the University of Lisbon. Her team found that magnesium protects aging muscle cells from oxidative stress, a kind of internal rusting that builds up over the years. It also supports balance and mobility, two things we all value more with each birthday. They called magnesium a metabolic stabilizer, not a flashy word, but a powerful one. And here's something many people don't realize: magnesium doesn't work alone. It's part of a team. According to Dr. Bolt's 2023 review, magnesium is essential for activating vitamin D, the very vitamin that helps your bones absorb calcium. Without magnesium, even high levels of vitamin D can remain inactive in your body. It also supports the activity of vitamin B12 inside your nerves, keeping your signals sharp and your coordination strong. That's why so many seniors notice better balance, fewer spasms, and steadier energy when all three nutrients, magnesium, D, and B12, are in harmony. They don't compete, they complement each other. So how much do you really need? For most adults over 60, doctors recommend 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium daily. The form matters. Magnesium glycinate is calming and great for sleep, while magnesium citrate is well absorbed and gentle on digestion. Try to avoid magnesium oxide. It's common, but poorly absorbed and often causes loose stools. And if your cramps strike at night, try taking it with dinner or just before bed. You can also get magnesium from food, pumpkin seeds, almonds, leafy greens, even a bit of dark chocolate. But once symptoms appear, food alone may not be enough. A simple supplement can quietly refill what your body has lost over time. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope what you've learned helps bring more strength, calm, and comfort to your daily life. Our bodies may grow older, but they still respond to care, to nourishment, and to the right support. Never underestimate the small things. They can lead to bigger changes than you imagine. Take good care of yourself. Rest when needed. Move when you can. And always listen to what your body is trying to say. Wishing you steady steps, peaceful nights, and many more days of feeling strong and well.